Hello and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We're continuing our war here with the Bascarans, and we are doing pretty good. I mean, if you just look at the comparison there, they certainly, did take out some of our troops, but we have taken out way more of theirs, and we've taken over 4 planets so far, with the hope that we'll be able to take out more before our war weariness gets much worse. We will have to put some effort into um, damaging these guys to balance that out so we could stop our war with them. Because that is definitely going to be a little bit problematic. We need to take this back as well. Okay, so our allies actually took over what was our planets down here. And it would be really nice to take this back. I'd like a direct connection to Slozvan if I can, right? Because we have 2 planets here that it would be nice to retain control over. All right, hopefully we can take this ship out. Oh, it jumped away. Coward. Okay. So let's take a look at the good stuff over here, which is our home planet. We've definitely gotten them out of our system in general, which is great. I did want to build up another couple fleets, invasion fleets in particular. So let's build a new invasion fleet, and let's build another new invasion fleet. And it would be really nice to get that done. Let's rename those to transport fleet. How many do we have now? 4, so 5 and 6. Okay, and I know I said between episodes I would go through and upgrade all of these planetary administration complexes, but I didn't. So let's just go through and try to upgrade as much as we can now. We'll do it while the game's running. Might slow the speed down a little so I don't get too far behind, but we can go ahead and click through this while all the craziness is going on there. Definitely upgrade there. Terra would be a great place to upgrade. I mean, really, all of them would be great to upgrade. But this does make our citizens happier. So I think it really benefits us to do this everywhere. Just because as war weariness builds up and people become more discontent, it's gonna be more of an issue. So if we can just do all of them, that would be fantastic. And I think I might just do this on all my colonies. I think they all have the buildings. I would imagine they do. I'm not sure why the AI is not just upgrading these as fast as it can. I would think it would want to, because even just higher morale would make not just the rebellions less likely to happen, but it would allow more resources to be shifted and in turn generate more revenue. So overall, it's just a good decision. And I just don't know why the robot ain't doing it on its own. Narshadow. So this is the one we just took over. Let's go. Why did I do that? I didn't mean to do that. Armor barracks is fine. We can go ahead and build that. Reen, you could be upgraded. We're getting there. We're almost done clicking through all these things. I realized I paused the game on accident, so let's keep going here. To be honest, it's probably better that I did pause it, just because it gives us more time to click through all this stuff, and everything can be upgraded. Dispari. Oh, this is the planet we just took back over. Yeah, I definitely want to get that upgraded. All right, there's our new transport ships coming in, which is pretty fantastic. Let's go ahead and get this built out. Upgrade this. Go ahead and upgrade that. We don't have one here. Makes sense. I mean, they're not profitable planets, so you're spending money on something that's not currently profitable. But if they're happier, they'll grow quicker. And I just think that's a good decision to make. Okay, these are all smaller planets, but It's almost the smaller planets that we need to worry about, right? Because those are the ones that are going to rebel first. Dare Junction, Zygria 4. I'd really like that to become a planet for the, whatchamacallits, the little dinosaur men. I think these things are moving around in the list as I'm clicking on them, because some of them have cycled around, and I've seen the buildings already being built. So I'm going to pause it just for a second while this is finishing up. Might as well. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. We only had a couple planets left. All right, we're back up to 64 colonies, which is pretty cool. Let's take a look at our little invasion fleets here. Well, our attack fleets are currently flying around attacking a little bit of everything. Let's top up our fleets where we can. We are having some fuel issues here, but we have cargo, so I would hope they would start flying around and refueling our ships. Alright, I would really like to take over some planets, if we can. Yeah, these are all targeted as things I want to take over, so I'm not really sure why you have no mission, because you should have a mission. And even if you don't have a mission, you should still be flying around picking up troops, which nobody seems to be doing now except for Transport Fleet 1. So that's a little problematic. Oh, you're loading troops now, okay. Well, I guess let's let them do their thing. Is there any chance of you loading up troops here and then just taking over this planet right here? I feel like we should be able to do that. Hey, we found a new colony there. Okay, so I think the issue is these aren't actually together yet. All right, let me set your home base to Sarita. And I'm gonna set your home base. So they're just assembling now. That seems to be the main issue. All right, Zygria 2 is your home base. So let's move you to your home base. And then let them invade from there. Would be my suggestion. Alright. Invasion fleet's coming for this guy, which is a little unfortunate. I definitely need to take back that planet for myself. Alright. What do we have going on over here? Right, that is an invasion fleet. Alright, we are going around loading troops now. Well, these ships are still flying over here, but they will be going around loading troops. Alright, our cash flow is still very positive. I definitely want to take over the rest of our home planet here. I mean, we are destroying their private sector ships like crazy. It's amazing how much time all this takes. Like, it just takes a lot of time for these ships to move from spot to spot to spot to spot. But I've already flagged many systems as ones I want to take back. I'm hoping I get to take this one back and these two back, because that will connect my systems together here. That would be the most ideal scenario for me. All right. Can you load troops here? I'm gonna tell it to. These guys are too busy flying around fighting stuff. All right, heavy bomber has been researched, so we are down to just those couple things. Doesn't make sense for anything else to be researched ahead of that. Probably it's a year. We never did focus on our actual human tech, which we probably should. It would only take a little bit of time. 160 days is not a long time at all. Might as well churn out some of these weapon techs. At least then when we build some of these ships or some of these weapons, it'll be pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and get hyper predictive guidance. Does it make sense to do any of this stuff? It's okay, but it's not like super important, I don't think. 92 days is definitely not a long time. We already have this tech, which is the final tech here, right? 44 damage per second. Why are we not using this on everything? I'm not really sure. We definitely should. Super Ion Blast. What the heck is that? That's a problem for another time. All right, let's let all those techs get finalized. I don't think there's any other troop tech that I need to get immediately. These are all like 5 years out. I don't want to spend a ton on that at the moment. Is there anything down here with the jump drives? That's 8 years. That's even worse. So this is starting to get faster. Hyperflow dynamics. That's a year. That's not too bad. Some of these engines could be good. I feel like we didn't have particularly great engine tech. So let's go ahead and churn that out. And then we did get heavy bombers. I'll leave assault bombers for last, but I think converting to heavy bombers might be a good idea. Better targeting, better countermeasures, larger hull size. Like I just overall that's a better thing. Probably should do this. That'll, I imagine, help our economy, even though it's not, military based. Let's go ahead and hop into our ship designer, because like the majority of our stuff is really bombers. Like look at how many we have. 2,500 bombers. Oh, we do have interceptors too. Okay, so we're not without interceptors. So let's take a look at our bombers here. So this has the best hull size compared to the wave bomber. Better countermeasures, pretty much better everything. So let's auto-generate design there. Looks like Firestorm torpedoes is what it wants to give it. Can we do Titan Blaster? We can. So let's do one Titan Blaster, one Firestorm torpedo. I'm tempted to just do the Titan Blaster. If we look at the two, these ships are going to be in close combat all the time. Yeah, so I'm not worried about the short range of these. Let's just do Titan Blasters. I think that probably makes the most sense. So, let's see. Bomber H1. Consider adding energy collectors. Why? It has excess energy output. Can we add another Vortex engine? Is it only allowed 2 engines? Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Let's go ahead and save that. Right, so we can mark this as obsolete. This is our new standard. Can we tell this to upgrade to, yeah, Bomber H1? Looks like that is the case. So hopefully those will all upgrade. Let's take a look at interceptors. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so I think we have... What the heck is Zim Zip attack shuttle? The heck is that? Plus 26 targeting. I mean, that can't be bad. What are we currently using? Just an attack fighter hull. So let's see the stats on that. Attack fighter is plus 30, plus 26. Hull size of 20. This is just better. Yeah, advanced interceptor is probably the best one. So let's auto-generate design. It did Titan blasters automatically, which is great. Oh, maybe, okay. Maybe that's why the bomber, I see. The bomber is further away. Shoots the, yeah. Okay, maybe I gotta go back and edit that bomber again. Advanced interceptor. Okay. Oh, it had the same name. Okay. So this is going to be the Bomber H2. We're going to replace these with the Firestorm torpedoes because, bomber. And then this guy is going to be... Oh, it's A4. Okay. So I need A for attack versus A for advanced. Did not mean to do that. All right, let's do a advanced interceptor, auto-generate. Did the Titan Blaster. That's all good. Okay, interceptor A5. Don't have that. All right, so everything should upgrade automatically. That's obsolete. I'll mark that. Medium spaceport. I think it makes sense to mark that as obsolete. because nobody really should be building those anymore, right? And they should be up, yeah, latest design for the role. So hopefully that will, the couple medium spaceports we still like kicking around out there, hopefully they will upgrade on their own. That would be ideal. Okay, I think that leaves us in a good spot. Let's go ahead and bop on out of here and get everything back in action. All right, Slozvan, looks like we are picking up some of the troops, which is fantastic. Definitely what we want to be doing. That's good. Clone that. That sounds good. Ender Consciousness. I would be happy to end the war with Ender Consciousness. If they will drop out, and the Beskar Hive does not, that would be great. So apparently they didn't accept, or at least they don't seem to have accepted. Alright, do we have... Right, you have some troops built up already. It should be enough to take this out, I would think. Alright, there's just a couple ships left, and then we'll go take over this planet. At this point, that's all we're really waiting for is... I mean, we're keeping their military suppressed pretty heavily, right? We just want these guys to be at peace with us relatively quickly. Alright, that's good enough for this fleet. Just to take over this planet, that shouldn't be a problem. So let's go ahead and just take over this planet and be done with it. It's a very tiny planet, shouldn't be that hard to take over. It would be great. Looks like our cash flow is going more and more positive. Transport Fleet 6 is finally, well, it's almost to where it needs to be. I wish they would be done attacking ships. I really want them to focus on, you know, filling up with troops and landing troops places. That's the whole reason they exist. All right, and I don't think we've made our way over here yet. Let's go ahead and fly over here. This isn't strong at all. All right, hopefully they can move relatively quick. There we go. They kind of get stuck on the planet. Kind of sucks a little bit, to be honest. Okay, we finally have a fleet that's filling up on a meaningful quantity of troops on its own. Okay, we have entered the system. Let's go ahead and... Doesn't look like we can actually prepare. But let's go ahead and land on this planet. Oh, it is pretty strong. 7,000. Okay. That's fine. We should still be able to take them out pretty handily. That's the hope, anyway. Alright, let them do their thing. Alright, looks like we are... I don't know why we're in... maybe this is the only fleet over here. Okay, we took over that planet. Go ahead and add a ship back to here. Galactic Governance Research. Would be really nice to take that back over if we can. We did manage to take this over, which is great. Let's go ahead and we might as well just build Planetary Administration. Alright, so this is the one that is... That gives Empire... I guess these all give Empire bonuses, but let's take a look at our planets and look by importance. And I would think, yes, Sarita's up there as one of our most important planets. Terra would be great to... I mean, quality-wise, it's one of our best planets, right? This is our most productive planet by far. I'm thinking this needs to become our galactic administration, which is crazy because it's on the very edge of our empire. It's nowhere near the center of our empire. We're actually losing ground. Oh, it would be really nice to take this over if we can, because they're connecting on either side here. All right, let's see if we can pull that off. Load you up. Oh, they're rebelling. Never mind. That's not great. They're actually going to take back this planet. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, well, I guess we shouldn't have done that. You'd think I'd learned by now, but I apparently have not. Set that on invade. So what are you guys doing if you're not invading yet? You are invading Dispari 4, okay. Oh, you're going after the big dogs. Yeah, you're going straight for the throat. I'm okay with that. What happened here? Oh boy, 34th Fleet. That is a problem. Alright, it would be really nice to be able to declare peace with these guys if we can. Let's see what they want to not be at war with us anymore. Negotiate a deal. Oh, they'll just do it? Okay, cool. Thank you. I mean, they're getting hammered over here, so I imagine they don't want to be at war with me if they can avoid it. I am going to want to take this planet back. I am going to queue that up. And I already queued up these planets over here, I think, so hopefully we'll be okay. These aren't actually built yet. Hey, we took over another colony. That's fantastic. That was in the home system, which makes sense. It's pretty great. Are we attacking them yet here? Not yet, but we're headed there. All right, that was this planet, right? Yeah, we took that back. We need to be very mindful of our war weariness, because we don't want the same situation to happen again. That would be extremely bad. All right, looks like we are stocking up on troops a little bit anyway. Okay, we're loading up there, and then it looks like they're going to invade Dispari 4. Oh, it looks like everybody's like prepping to invade Dispari 4 at the same time. That could be interesting. Let's see how that plays out. How is the construction of our, bomber H2s? Looks like we're mostly, that and the interceptors are mostly switched over at this point. All of our fleets seem to be relatively topped up. Just gonna go through and click the button on any that need it. I'm sure we've lost some fleets, or ships in the fleet, I should say. All right, we are queuing up over here, it looks like. I really want this planet back soon, before war weariness gets out of hand. Right now our colonies are happy, so we got a little bit of time, but eventually they're gonna get pretty salty about it, I would think. Although leader quality, colony development is better. Yeah, this is all kind of nice. Did we research the last terraforming yet? Let's take a look at what's going on there. That was under colony, right? Yeah. No, we actually have 2 more to go, but they have a lot of time. So we probably should start to build some of these terraforming things. I don't want to go too ham, but I do want to get at least some of them built. This stuff's moving around as I'm clicking on it. Go ahead and build. Some of these planets have been part of our system for a very, very long time. It's only a net benefit to terraform. So every planet if we could afford it, every planet that we have should get terraformed. Because it's just going to increase the quality and make things better. I did not mean to click that. Cancel that. Right. I'm hoping... I'm not really looking over here because I'm busy. Oh, we are invading them. Okay. Here we go. So, I hope we're dumping more troops on here. Yeah, there it is. That'll be enough to take it. Alright, let's keep clicking through here and setting up terraforming. Pretty much any planet that's in the positive, I want to terraform. And even the ones that aren't in the positive right now, but ultimately will, I want to terraform too. Mars, terraform. I mean, come on, that's a no-brainer. Here we go. Alright, we're in the negative now, cash-wise. I'm probably overextending a little bit here, but that is okay. It's always worth it, in my opinion. Okay, we have taken back Despari 4. And we got advanced adaptive projectiles. Okay. So this is -9 right now. It is warning me to end the war, which, you know, is probably not a bad idea, but I do want to take back at least these 2 planets. That would be very ideal if we can. But I'm going to keep a closer eye on my population satisfaction. I'm thinking we could probably get away with taking back our main system at least. Probably. Let's take a look at the fleets and their current statuses. Alright, the Ender Consciousness. Are they still at war with our allies, or did that stop when we stopped? Oh, they're still at war. Okay. So they're hosed. They're gonna get completely dominated. Which is fine. I certainly don't mind. It'd be nice to take back this planet over here if we can. Our reputation has been slowly going back up now that we're done invading enemy, or I should say independent colonies. Oops. Our bad. Does this tell us anything here? No, just that there's war weariness. Doesn't tell us how bad it's affecting us or not. Okay, things are getting a little quieter. Not seeing all the crazy alerts over here. So I'm thinking we should be... Yeah, here we are. They're getting ready to invade Despari 5. We just need enough troops in the bank there. Can't take too long though, because the war weariness is just gonna eat away at us. Seem to be doing a pretty good job of cleaning out the systems though. Like, as we wipe these out, there's really no reason for them to come back and trade with us, so we should stop seeing their ships around here. Okay, our troops are healing up. That's probably part of what we're waiting for, is just the troops to heal up. Which, did we... Let me check that troop tech. Did we, Yeah, we did advanced battlefield medicine. Okay, so that should help the recovery rate a little bit. Stealth operation, that's defense strength, not attack strength. Alright. Well, let's let that keep ticking away for now. Our war awareness hasn't changed yet. We did take back a bunch of systems. That's kind of nice. I'm looking forward to taking back my entire home system. I think as the moods get better, right, once they start getting more development traded with them, there we go. See, they're picking up all the troops here now, which is just going to make them available to go to these planets. Okay, so it's working. It's just taking more time than I would have anticipated it taking. All right, so who is... I saw the loading icon for the troops. So who's the one loading? Critical research failure. That's not great. All right, we are starting to get into the positive cash flow again. I mean, we're still in the negative, but it's going in that direction, so that's good. Come on. Stop attacking fleets and start invading planets. That's what I want you to be doing right now. We seem to have knocked back most of their fleets. Not all of them, but most of them. Be nice to take these guys out. What, nobody can come over here and attack this? We have a transport fleet here, but I think we have a defense fleet over here too. Right? Maybe not. I thought we had a defense fleet over here. Yes, defense fleet 3. So you're gonna come over here and take these guys out. And that should open this up for us to raid and take it over as soon as we can. Right, hopefully the transport ships are gonna be filling up relatively soon. That's the Sarita transport ship, which is, you know, great. Hopefully they'll come over here and take this back without much of a problem. I really want to see these guys finish taking this out. Our invasion fleet's just kind of hovering around here. Well, one of them anyway. Transport fleet 3. Why are you all the way over there? I don't know what you guys are doing over there. Aside from getting into combat. Which is not really what I want my transport fleets to be doing. Yeah, they're definitely beat down quite a bit. 690 now, and we're still at 2. Oh, we're at 2.6 million now. It's pretty fantastic. All right, we are going after the system now, which I don't know why. So this is going down here to go after this system. Are you guys gonna go after this? Looks like they're trying to invade Dispari 5. They're bouncing all over the dang place. I'd rather them just go take this system over. That's what I want them to do. Well, whatever. As long as they get around to it eventually. I really wanted them to take this system over more than anything. All right. Well, we'll trust the process. We'll trust that what's happening here is fine. And we're still taking over systems, so it's not like it's... Or taking over a planet, so it's not like it's without any merit to do that. Yeah, take this over here. That would be fine. The more planets we can take over, the better. All right, I'm hoping... Sethar's fleet is not really doing much of anything. Tell them to load some troops up, maybe. Right. It is a little frustrating how long it's taking to scoop these troops. I really wish it did not take as long as it is taking. Well, don't get destroyed. You're full of troops. Alright, what's going on in Django? Django doesn't have any more troops. So let's go ahead and set you on invade, see what happens. Alright, I guess you can go there too? Although I think it'll probably be taken over by the time these guys get over there. That is fine. Okay, they are finally attacking Dispari 5. Or at least they say they're attacking it. Let's see what actually happens. They still seem to be jumping around everywhere. Still loading troops at Merkdor, it looks like. Holy crap, there's a lot of troops. Yeah, there's quite a few. That's alright. Looks like we're waiting for everyone that's going to be attacking Dispari 5 to arrive, which is okay. But we should have enough troops to take it without all those other people, so Not really sure why they want to take so long, but it is what it is, I guess. Also don't know why they're stopping there and not just going directly to there. War weariness is ticking up again, but our satisfaction is okay. Okay, we did take over this, which for now is okay. They're angry, but I can live with that. Let's go ahead and build a planetary administration that might calm them down a little bit. There, they moved to unhappy, so that's good. Once the trade starts flowing, right, and people start trading with them, it ends up being fine. But until that happens, it's a little dicey. You need to go back to being a defense fleet. I told you to do stuff, and probably shouldn't have. Well, you didn't do it anyway, so whatever. Idiots. Alright, let them do their thing. The Spari 5 should be... Oh, we're raiding it. Okay, it looks like we have the superiority now. So hopefully that translates to a victory. And then if we could just take back the other planet, I will be happy. There we go. We conquered the colony. So now, I think our goal is to invade Despari 2. Right, that's the last one. That still needs to be taken back. So if we can take that back, we are in business. And then I think I'll declare peace with them after I take that back. Even though it's not everything I wanted to take. Well, let's see where our colonies are at, right? They're happy overall. One's angry right now. That's the one we just captured. But if they're happy and or satisfied, I think I'll just keep pressing my luck while I can anyway. All right, let's build a planetary administration. They'll be happy soon enough. I don't know how we haven't taken this planet yet. We've had troops like all around it for a long time. These are just marked as no mission again. I don't understand you. Within 33% of fuel range. Okay, I think that is part of the problem. So I don't want 33% of fuel range, because that's a very tiny circle. I want these guys going anywhere and everywhere. Alright, so let's do... what's sector range? Let's do 50% of fuel range on all of our transport fleets. I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, I don't want anything being at 50% of fuel range, or 33%. That's too small of a range. Get everybody at 50%. Okay, so we should be able to take out the Spari 2 relatively easily, I would imagine. Although they have now popped a defensive fleet next to it. Would be nice for somebody to go over there and, you know, knock that out real quick. Let's mark it as an attack target. Oh, they flew away. Well, I don't know where they went, but maybe over here. Yeah, they're flying down there. That's fine. Oh, we got some combat over here. They're really attacking over here. Alright. You want to play? We can play. I'm about to get better hyperdrive. Speaking of which, I don't know why I'm not doing this, but I should be crash researching every one of these researches. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go into my settings and automate crash research. So it just does it every time, because that way it gets done quicker. Okay, they're coming after me. But we got double their attack defending over here. So we should be okay. They're creeping up towards 1 million again, but we're creeping towards 3 mil. How is Ender Consciousness holding up? Not too great, I would imagine. Yeah, they're still duking it out over here. All right, we do have some troops starting to show up. Right, Hyperflow, Dynamics, Equinox Hyperdrive. So I think that ends up making it a better hyperdrive. I'm gonna go ahead and move this up so it can crash research. And same with the shield multipliers. I think that's a good thing to do. All right, let's do advanced interceptors. Right, countermeasures 50, targeting 65. That's pretty incredible. So I think, given that most of our attack is coming from actually the little fighter ships, we're very carrier heavy based. I would really like to do that. All right, how are we doing here? I think they're just busy attacking right now. There we go. We're loading some troops up. Everybody has the Spari 2 on their mind. It's just they're occupied right now doing other things. All right, are we crash researching this? 150 days. Would be nice to have that done. Right, then our fleets can have a ship that provides shield recharging. And then if we get even better shields, that's only going to make us more powerful. Our troop strength continues to climb over and over and over again. Colonies are all happy. Every one of them. So there's no need to end the war for war weariness sake. At least not yet. Just really need to get these guys take over this planet. That's all I want. That's all I want, is that to be done. But we gotta trust the process. It takes a very long time apparently, but all right, let's go ahead and crash this. Just get it done. 1.7 years. Not that long when it's a crash research. We had plenty of money saved up. Not gonna hurt us. All right, we are winning this battle over here, so that's good. We seem to be knocking... their military's staying around the same size. I don't know what exactly they're doing there. They must be rebuilding almost as fast as we're destroying. Our war weariness is pretty bad. Their war weariness is serious. Their war weariness is worse than ours. Just give me all my planets back, dude. I kind of feel like building more transport fleets. Let's do another invasion fleet. Why not? Feel like that kind of needs to happen. It could be transport fleet 7. I don't think Blue Sanawi should be its home planet. Maybe somewhere up here. So they'll start focusing on this stuff. Yeah, let's make you their home planet. That sounds good to me. Alright, we just keep blowing up their ships. I mean, they've definitely killed some of our ships. Looks like 16 bases and 6 military ships, but it's definitely skewed heavily in our favor. So their economy has to be not hurting, but worse than ours, I gotta imagine. We're back to 70 colonies, which is a huge win to get back to that after falling behind as much as we did. They're down to 58, so if we can continue the trade-off, that would be great. As soon as they lose, right, because that's what's happening here, our fleets are getting like distracted by other combat things. So as soon as they lose that, we should pull our heads out of our butts and start actually invading, because that's the current mission. I just wish it would be a little faster, you know? Prioritize it. Is there a way I could tell it to focus on that? Take a look. Fleet ships tactical overrides. Use fleet tactics instead of ship. All right, this is transport fleet 5, so let's make some changes here. Let's not engage. Because that's our problem, right? Let's do shields below 20, armors below... Okay. So if I do that for everyone... Let's not engage. It's doing shields are below 20. Okay, I'll just go through and set that on all of my fleets here. I think that's the better choice, maybe, because if they're not engaging, then maybe they'll stop getting distracted by combat and just focus on taking over the systems. That's my theory anyway. We'll see if it actually plays out to be that. I'm not 100% sure. But we have attack and defense fleets, and that's what they're there for. So let's not worry about engagement. Let's worry about combat, right? Or let's worry about invading systems. That's what we're supposed to be doing. All right, let's do no engagement. Fleet, do not engage. And 2050. Okay, so can we reset you here? All right, let's stop this. Stop all of these. All right, we have somebody. We have at least 2 of them loading troops now, which is a pretty big shift. Some of them are still attacking for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Maybe they're around the planet we're trying... Yes, okay, that makes sense. So they're around the planet we're trying to take over. Trying to jump, but it's blocked. That's pretty rough. Alright, he's... should be toast. Everything's pretty much destroyed. Where is our... Do we not have interceptors and bombers? Where are they? Bye-bye. Okay, here we are. Now we're just doing what we're supposed to be doing. I'm glad I did that. I made that change because that seems to be helping quite a bit. All right, full thrust is done. Let's just keep moving along with what we got going on there. Troops are loading up. That should mean that the Sperry 2 is really close on the horizon here. Right, everybody is lined up to... Oh, you're invading somebody else. I like it. Let's go to 50% of fuel range on you. It looks like we are engaging with this guy here. His carrier versus mine. I have a sneaking suspicion mine's gonna win. Oh yeah. Bye-bye. Alright, our ships are just so awesome. I love them. Alright, I don't want to declare an end of the war yet, dude, because I... Stop requesting that, because I want to get all of my stuff back. And as long as people aren't angry, I see no reason to end the war. Let Defense Fleet 2 do its thing. Holy cow, they have a lot of ships over here. What is going on? They're just trying to defend this as much as they can. Alright, looks like we're gonna be swinging on by over there. Is there any research that we've done that justifies doing any upgrades? Probably not. Where are... Okay, so this is the Firestorm torpedoes. That's Boscarans. Alright, now these are just better torpedoes. Okay. So, humans, they have a focus on railgun tech and missiles. So we probably should add those to the pile. Although those will be a little while, but that's fine. Oh, synchronized fire, the hail cannon. Okay, so we already have that. That's the highest one we can get. And I think the other stuff's better anyway, so we'll start paying for this stuff because I think it's, given the amount of raiding we're going to be doing, or not raiding, but the amount of invading we're going to be doing, I think investing in better troops is a worthy investment. Even if this war ends, we still have so much more territory to conquer that we're going to have to go back and clean it all up after the fact. So it looks like they're for some reason, they're like really doubling down over here. But maybe we can get up in here and take over some of these planets. I think I've already flagged them. I have. At least these first couple. It'd be nice to take over pretty much all of these planets. Alright, we are invading somewhere. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Did we just lose? What happened there? Oh, they're jumping away because of engage. Is that what I wanted? I don't think that's what I wanted. Well, where are my attack fleets and why are they not cleaning out this stuff? We say we'll help you. We probably won't actually help you. Alright, defense fleet is utterly destroying these guys. Okay, are we going to take over Dispari? That's what I want to happen. Alright, so what I think we need to do, let's just prepare an attack. Just everyone prepare an attack. Because I am done messing around. That's what I want to happen, and that's what's gonna happen. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't so hard, right? They ultimately figured it out, got it sorted. We should win, I would imagine. Alright, there we go. We took back the colony. Perfect. It's exactly what we wanted. Let's build our planetary facility. Right, now we should be able to go back to invade on everyone else. Let's just toggle everybody back. Alright, there we go. And now we have successfully taken our entire home planet system back. So that is ideal. Alright, perfect. So now we go to enemy targets and we look at, I guess, priority, war targets, right? We're going to want to take out every fleet that we can, probably especially the fleets at Ikoria. Be really ideal to take them out, because that way we can invade, we can work on invading there next. All right, I think that's good for now. We could just, these are just mining stations. I'm not that worried about that. I want the fleets. Okay, that should be most of their fleets targeted that aren't somewhere else that I don't really care about at the moment. Yeah, like these guys are over here. I'm not too worried about that. Defense Fleet 3 should be taking them out, but we'll see what happens there. Okay, I think that is a good spot to put the cut in for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future, and we will continue our war in the next episode. Thanks for watching.